Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the class of 2019 and their Year 4 Cloakers. Please be seated. First, we'd like to thank the Saskatoon String Ensemble for providing us with the procession music and some entertainment during this ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the White Coat ceremony for the class of 2019. My name is Jerry Uzwak. I am the Dean of the College of Dentistry. It's so glad to have you all here with us in person, as well as to those watching via the internet for our live streaming video. Before a short introductory address, I'd like to acknowledge some of the visiting dignitaries who are joining us. Dr. Patty McDougall, who is the Vice Provost Teaching and Learning for the University of Saskatchewan. The Honorable Bronwyn Eyre, Minister of Advanced Education, thank you for being here. Mr. Eric Olafson, MLA, Saskatoon University, thank you, sir. Ms. Danielle Chartier, the MLA, Saskatoon Riversdale. Dr. Michael Presti, President of the College of Dental Surgeons of Saskatchewan. Dr. Michael Lipka, Class of 2000, and our keynote speaker. Dr. Ken Sutherland, our Associate Dean, Academic Affairs. Dr. Reg Anholt, Assistant Dean, Clinics, as well as representatives of the College of Dental Surgeons of Saskatchewan. I'd also like to acknowledge Drs. Carmen and Esther Rabuka, who will be providing some musical accompaniment for us today. For those of, yes, please. I also want to acknowledge Chief Delbert Wapass of the Thunderchild First Nation. For those of you who don't know, the White Coat ceremony signifies the passage from the didactic book learning aspects of dental education to clinical treatment, where brave souls put their mouths in the hands of Year 2 students in second term of second year. It is ceremonial, certainly, but it also signifies the responsibility of the dental profession, who has a social contract with society to put the needs of society first. And this is both a celebration as well as a ceremony that demonstrates our dedication to the patient's needs being put before our own. So it is another indication that the minute someone walks through the doors of the dental school, they are members of the dental profession, whether they know how to do dentistry or not. And they're held to the same expectations and professional standards as someone who has been practicing out in the world. So this is a perfect reminder for everyone that we are all part of the dental profession, and it's an acknowledgement of the large responsibility we have. I would like to call upon Dr. Michael Presti, President of the College of Dental Surgeons of Saskatchewan, to deliver a message of greeting. Mike is a 1998 graduate of the University of Saskatchewan College of Dentistry. Apparently he was known as Garrett then. It's one of the benefits of his parents calling him by his middle name. It's also an easy alias. He lives in Marquee with his wife, Lisa, 4 children, and a stepdaughter, and he's practiced in Moose Jaw since he's graduated. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mike Presti.
Good afternoon, fellow dentists, students, and family. I won't say I'm glad to be back, but it is nice to get a chance to do these kind of things. Obviously, I've been a dentist for a while now, and I've been through this scenario when I was a student. There wasn't a ceremony for it, but I'm sure all the nerves will be the same, and all the worries will be the same. The chance to begin practicing on patients is quite an honor. Many individuals can do bookwork and they can do studies and whatnot, but to actually enter treatment on somebody and have it successful and have it properly done is a privilege many people don't get to experience. And so it is a major milestone for our students. While the studying of textbooks, essays, and taking exams are part of the dental education, the practicing of the clinical skills will bring new challenges for these students. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the challenge of, can I be a dentist, comes true. And so with the bookwork done, the next step is to put it into action. While the students will be idling around the parking lot, getting the feel of how the processes of dentistry work, the instructors will help them with the turns, the braking, the accelerating. As the education continues, the students will venture out onto the streets and highways, driver and instructor beside them, getting the feel of traffic, rules of the road, and the variety of road hazards. The students will learn which roads to go down, which roads they like to travel, and which roads they shouldn't go down, for a variety of reasons. There are several proficiencies that dentistry contains. As the students learn more and more, they will become more proficient. They will learn which roads are worth traveling, which roads are best left to someone else, and which roads they actually want to go down. These proficiencies will continue to improve for the duration of their career. This is one of the reasons we practice dentistry, not perfect it. The CDSS, the College of Dental Surgeons of Saskatchewan, does play a role in this. We are the rule makers. We make the rules of the road, the speed limits, the stop signs, the school zones. There's no doubt that these are restrictions, but they are necessary to protect the people who travel these roads. Whether as a driver or pedestrian, as a dentist or patient, we give guidelines to help our members travel safely through dentistry, but also so they don't cause harm to other people on the same road. We want to have rules that are safe, but also allow our members, the travelers, to reach their destination. We want to be able to avoid the potholes and the fender benders and enjoy the trip. One other point I would like to make refers not to the destination, but to the journey. Why do we travel these roads as dentists? Why do we do what we do? We all know this is a job, a career, and we do this to earn income. We need to always be aware that we are also here to see our patients and the reasons they come to see us. Sometimes they are in pain or wish to prevent pain in the future, or simply they want to be healthy, and they need us to do that for them. If we ignore those road signs, we can get lost. We can lose the focus of why we travel these roads. We are on these roads to aid and improve the health of our patients. Keeping this in our minds can help us avoid the construction zones and the rush hour traffic that challenge and frustrate many of us. So, with our second-year students now behind the wheel, they will be in driver training for a while yet, but it is worth the hours of study, exams, lab work, and practicals. We wish them the best, and I hope to see them on the road in the future. Thanks.
Our next speaker is Dr. Patricia McDougall, who is the Vice Provost Teaching and Learning at the University of Saskatchewan. Dr. McDougall is a developmental and educational psychologist who studies social relationships in childhood and adolescence, as well as academic transitions, including the move into post-secondary education for diverse student groups. In her role as Vice Provost, Dr. McDougall oversees a broad portfolio that includes student affairs and services alongside supports for and innovative developments in teaching and learning, both on campus and in distributed contexts. Her work includes the development of implementation of Aboriginal initiatives involving students and academic programming in partnership with a range of stakeholders. I'd like to invite Dr. McDougall up to bring greetings on behalf of the University of Saskatchewan.
Good afternoon. It's a distinct privilege for me to be here on behalf of the University of Saskatchewan to greet you and to take part in the Dentistry White Coat ceremony this year. My thanks to Minister Eyre and her colleagues from government who are joining us here today. I welcome all of you to the University of Saskatchewan, especially the family and friends of our students. As we gather here this afternoon, we acknowledge that we are on Treaty 6 territory and the homeland of the Métis. We pay our respect to the First Nations ancestors of this place and reaffirm our relationship with one another. I have learned, as I suspect many of you have as well along the way, that these ceremonies matter. In the case of the White Coat ceremony, each of our second-year dentistry students has worked very hard to get here. You have entered into an excellent dentistry program. We are very proud of what the college has accomplished and prouder still of how the college continues to innovate, to bring high-impact learning practices and experiences into the curriculum. You're here at this juncture because you have earned your way here, and among other things today, the ceremony formally marks your entrance into the clinical environment working with real live patients. You take on even more responsibilities, even more of the responsibilities this year of someone in the profession of dentistry. And from my perspective, it's important to the University of Saskatchewan that dentistry is so completely, the College of Dentistry is so completely invested in its students through the celebration of these beginnings, and they do an extremely good job of it. And I wanted to thank members of the professional community who are here today and my faculty and staff colleagues who are here today to thank them for all that they do for this celebration. The university holds an underlying belief that learning works best when all partners are working together, where there is a common goal or set of goals. And to be serious about how important that partnership is, the University of Saskatchewan has a document that we call the Learning Charter. Our Learning Charter maps out graduate attributes. What do we expect that every University of Saskatchewan student, graduate, will be capable of when they graduate? Discovery is one of our goals, knowledge, skills, integrity, citizenship. Those are the 5 broad categories. And if we sat down and went through the curriculum in dentistry, element by element, I know that we could map a straight line from some of the specifics to each of those overall goals. Our Learning Charter was written and approved in 2010, and as you might expect, 7 years later, it's 2017, 7 years later, things have changed around us, and the university has recently reopened the Learning Charter so that we can embed within it the aspirations that we have regarding Indigenous knowledge and experiences based in Indigenous worldviews. The work that we're doing around Indigenous knowledge and worldviews is long overdue and comes, at least in part, from the calls to action issued by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. Among those calls to action, some of you may be aware, among those calls that are directed at the university is the call to ensure that the students that we have pursuing degrees and practice in the areas of health are fully culturally competent and fluent in their understanding of Indigenous health issues. The University of Saskatchewan is committed to making that happen. And this afternoon, I am asking those of you who are entering this next important phase of your dentistry studies, and since you're here, I'm asking those of you who, in 4th year, who are coming close to the completion of your dentistry studies, to find ways to make sure that the power that you will hold in your profession, the power that you are given as a dentist, manifests itself in compassion and knowledge and understanding. On behalf of the University of Saskatchewan and along with the College of Dentistry, I offer you today a commitment from the institution's role in our learning charter. I commit us to provide you opportunities to you, to ensure quality in what we have to offer, to continue to build appropriate environments, and to support your learning. And I offer you my very best wishes for an extraordinary year. You're halfway through, an extraordinary continuation of the year as you enter into this clinical phase of your studies, and my warmest congratulations to all of you. Thank you so much.
The Honourable Bronwyn Eyre, Minister of Advanced Education, is a former columnist, radio broadcaster, university lecturer, and Saskatoon Public Board trustee. She grew up in Saskatoon and graduated from the U of S in law in 1996. She was elected in the 2016 provincial election as the MLA for Saskatoon Stonebridge, Dakota. In August 2016, she was appointed Minister for Advanced Education. I would like to ask everyone to welcome the Honourable Bronwyn Eyre, Minister of Advanced Education, who brings greetings on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan. Premier Brad Wall, thank you so much for inviting me. And I'd like to acknowledge Drs. Gary Uswak, Ken Sutherland, Reg Anholt, Michael Presti, Patty McDougall, Michael Lipka, my colleagues from the legislature, Erica Lawson and Danielle Chartier. And most of all, I would just like to acknowledge the students of the class of 2019 and their parents and guests. Congratulations. Today marks a very significant milestone as you move from the classroom into your clinical studies, and certainly you should be very, very proud of what you've achieved. Last spring, I attended convocation downtown, and I recall a young lady called Stephanie Schneier. She had won the award for outstanding achievement in dentistry. And the dean said, "Look at that radiant smile. Still, it hasn't been much in evidence these past years, more like a clenched jaw. Stephanie has been working so hard." And I'm sure you can all relate, and that you're all Stephanies, whose hobbies, the dean went on, had been mainly studying, and she was looking forward to getting back to some of those hobbies. But I remember I was very impressed that the entire row of dentistry students stood up for her. And it shows what collegiality, what team spirit you have in this college and with your peers. The white coats you receive today, of course, signify your professionalism, ethical integrity, your service to society, which is enormous, and your respect for patients. But it also symbolizes being part of a network of fellow professionals as you move forward, relationships that you're forging here, and that's a great thing. Since the college was established, the majority of Saskatchewan's dental practitioners have trained here at the U of S. And as a government, we hope you continue that trend, that you stay here and work here and find a job and a future here in Saskatchewan, because we want to have you, and we will work to keep you. So congratulations again on this significant day. Enjoy it to the utmost. Thank you so much.
No, this must be about our keynote speaker. It's the longest one. Our keynote speaker today is Dr. Michael Lipka, who is a graduate of the University of Saskatchewan College of Dentistry, class of 2000. Upon graduation, he was accepted into an integrated MD oral and maxillofacial surgery program at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. In 2003, he received his medical degree from the Keck School of Medicine. He completed his oral and maxillofacial surgery residency in 2006. After an additional year of general surgery training at the Huntington Hospital in Pasadena, California in 2007, he moved to Houston, Texas to complete a plastic and reconstructive surgery residency at the Texas Medical Center. To finalize his training in 2010, he completed a one-year fellowship at the Children's Hospital Los Angeles in craniofacial and pediatric plastic surgery. Dr. Lipka's first appointment was at the University of Texas in Houston. He practiced at Herman Children's Hospital and the Methodist Hospital from 2010 to 2013. He then moved to Kansas City to focus his attention solely on pediatric facial reconstruction at Children's Mercy Hospital. Dr. Lipka currently is an assistant professor at the University of Missouri, Kansas City School of Medicine and adjunct associate professor at the UMKC School of Dentistry in the Division of Orthodontics. He has published over 20 peer-reviewed articles and has lectured both nationally and internationally. He is board certified by the American Board of Plastic Surgery, American Board of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, and the Royal College of Dentists of Canada in Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker, Dr. Michael Lipka.
First off, thank you very much for having me back to Saskatoon. It's a true honor to be speaking to you today. Nice to see a lot of familiar faces. As you may know, or as you've just heard, I live in Kansas City, which is also known as the Paris of the Prairies. It's like I never left Saskatoon. It's a little bit colder here, of course. What an exciting time for all of you, and I guess perhaps a somewhat stressful time. Finally get to work on real patients. I have to say I've got to sound the alarm out to the citizens of Saskatoon. May not be wanting to get your dental care in the next couple months. No, just kidding. They're going to be in good hands. So it's been 16 years since I graduated from the U of S College of Dentistry, and it's been a long and interesting road for me to my current position, but it seems just like yesterday I was making the transition from preclinical to clinical work here at the dental school. Some of my fondest memories of training are from dental school. For instance, I'll be going on a golf trip with 3 of my classmates, one of who trained with me in Los Angeles in oral surgery, the other 2 successful dentists in Regina and Calgary. And we reminisce all the time about our time in the clinic at dental school, like Stefan's winning table clinic project on water lines that he did with Dr. Komiyama. He'll certainly be missed here at the dental school. Or Joel moving in on the head dental assistant's daughter, that's now his wife, lives within Calgary. Or my personal favorite, Ryan's failing grade on a fixed restoration from Dr. Sagansky in clinic. Keep bugging him about that. Without my influences here at the dental school, I would not be where I am today. There's a saying, we stand on the shoulders of giants, and there's no doubt that the background I received here and the influence of many instructors here at the college got me where I am today. When I left to pursue further training in oral surgery in Los Angeles, I felt well prepared and was probably better prepared than other co-residents that had graduated from dental schools in the United States. As a plastic surgery resident, my dental degree gave me an edge on the competition. You may or may not know, one of the fathers of plastic surgery was a dentist. He was a prosthodontist. Dr. Kazanjian was his name, whose ingenuity with splints and wiring techniques in treating facial injuries in World War I made him an icon in the field. He was known as the Miracle Man of the Western Front. As a craniofacial surgery fellow in Los Angeles, my dental expertise put me ahead of other colleagues in treating cleft and craniofacial patients. At my current position in Kansas City, at the Children's Hospital, my dental training has helped me the most. I have close relationships at the dental school next door at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, and have an appointment in the orthodontic division. Interestingly, the chair of orthodontics at the University of Missouri, Kansas City is from Saskatchewan. We are lucky to be part of such a diverse and rewarding profession. I am very thankful every day that I entered such a wonderful career, technically challenging, artful. While I personally do not perform general dentistry procedures, every day my dental training influences what I do as a craniofacial surgeon. You've been trained well here at the dental school in preclinical setting with all the best technologies, and I have no hesitation you will use what you have learned and carry those skills over to the clinical setting. I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations on your training so far. Work hard and have fun. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Mike, don't run away yet. This is mixed up to get you the right one.
Okay.
On behalf of the College of Dentistry, we want to thank you for the keynote address. Thank you very much. I would now like to call upon Ms. Mary Tate, who is the Year 2 class representative, to bring greetings. Mary was born in Saskatoon, but raised in Nokomis, where she graduated in 2008. She completed a Bachelor of Science Honors in Chemistry and Biology at Cape Breton University in 2012, before continuing her education at the University of Saskatchewan, where she received a Master's of Sustainable Environmental Management in 2014. In her spare time, she enjoys pottery, swimming, water polo, napping, and spending times with her friends and family, especially her adorable nephew, Oliver, and niece, Grace. Mary would like to thank her parents, Jim and Maureen, her siblings, Heather and partner Landon, Matthew and Stephen, for all their love, support, and encouragement throughout her life, and for always believing in her lifelong dream of becoming a dentist. Mary?
You all can probably hear my nephew Oliver back there. He's not very happy. I'm a little bit sick, so sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know me and may not have looked at the program or zoned out when Dr. Uzak was just introducing me, my name is Mary. As the class of 2019's class representative, I'm honored to be here, standing here today to speak on behalf of my class. Before I talk to you about the significance of the white coat ceremony, I would first like to thank everyone for joining us on this momentous occasion. A special thank you goes out to our loved ones who came out today to help us celebrate and who have shown us support not only today, but in all of our journeys to get to this stage. Figuratively, but also literally this stage. We couldn't have done it without you, so from the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. Okay, now on to the white coat ceremony. I'm going to go ahead and guess that many people have never heard of a white coat ceremony before getting the invitation to today's ceremony. 1 year ago, the class of 2018 was receiving their white coats, and my class was sitting up there in the balconies. And for many of us, it was really our first introduction to the white coat. That being said, what does the white coat mean to the class of 2019? When I think about the white coat and what it signifies, my thoughts are thoughts of both excitement and nervousness. This ceremony represents our passage from preclinical to clinical. We're making the transition from dentiforms and mounted teeth to patients. Real life, real living, breathing patients. Can you believe it? We're going to be seeing our first patients this year. As exciting and also terrifying as that is, we need to remember that our patients are first and foremost people. In preclinical, it's very easy to zone in and focus solely on the task at hand, the preparation, the restoration, the root canal, the radiograph, the impression, or more accurately, the 20 impressions, whatever the assignment is that day. It's so easy to get lost in it. As we transition to the clinic, the procedure, of course, will always be important, but we must never lose focus of the person behind the procedure. That's what the white coat is all about. We're not becoming robots with dental skills. We're becoming so much more than that. We're becoming dentists. By receiving our white coats today and reciting the professional code of conduct, we're pledging to always put our patients first. Today, and every day in the future, when we put on our white coats, we'll be reminded of what's most important, our patients. Having spent the last year and a half with these wonderful 27 people in front of me, I'm positive that if we treat our patients with as much compassion and understanding as we have each other, we'll develop into not only dentists with great clinical skills, but also the kind of dentists that our patients respect, and maybe, if we're lucky, they'll even look forward to seeing us. Now to my class. Oliver. You guys are all family to me. Of course, like any good family, we make each other laugh, we annoy each other, but most importantly, we help each other. As many people in this room know, dental school is chaotic, and that's putting it lightly. Some days I feel like a chicken running around with its head cut off. Luckily, I have the most loving and supportive dentistry family by my side day in and day out. Without you all, this year and a half would have been even more trying. Needless to say, I'm excited that we still have 2.5 years together because I'm nowhere near ready to not spend an obscene amount of time with you each week. I love you guys. Thanks for being the best class anyone could ever ask for. Thank you.
Thanks, Mary. That was nice. I'm always surprised that each year the classes get up here and they say they love each other, and I mean, my class wasn't like that, or maybe they just hated me. I don't. It's a mystery to me, anyways. I would like to call upon the Doctors Rabuka to come and serenade us with some music. Oh. Some high-priced moving. That's the best-dressed movers I've ever seen.
I just wanted to say a few words before I played a few pieces by myself, and then my wife Esther will join. I'd like to thank the College of Dentistry and the class of 2019 for inviting us to play music. It's an honor to be here. As I was leaving the clinic where I work, and I came here, I realized that it's a pretty symbolic day for me. The person who was playing cello, Terry Sturge, was my teacher, cello teacher growing up. And he's a good mentor and a good friend. And a lot of the people around this room are faculty and staff that have guided me as a professional, as a dentist. So it's a big day. First couple pieces were just written for cello, exactly 300 years ago today. No, I'm just kidding. Bach, Johann Sebastian Bach wrote these pieces, and they say he started writing them in 1717. So I'm going to play them quickly on my own, and then the next piece of music will be with Esther, and it was written originally for violin, but has been transcribed for most instruments, I'm sure. We just know it sounds best on cello. So people usually, it's actually played in violin, but also cello. So I'll play a little bit of Bach, and then we'll play a piece called Meditation.
Well, if you enjoyed that, now you're in for a treat, because I get to introduce Dr. Ken Sutherland, our Associate Dean of Academics. He's so old, he's done everything but died and seen the wind, so it would take 3 days to fill out his accomplishments. So without further ado, I'd like to call on Dr. Sutherland.
I ordered a guitar.
Give that back.
Carmen and Esther, that was very beautiful and very moving. Thank you very much. A warm welcome to you all. I'll need a drink of water at this point. H3N2 and I are friends. Neither snow nor cold, nor Canada's junior hockey loss, nor H3N2 virus has prevented us from gathering on this day of transition, inspiration, and reaffirmation of ethics. Is there a better place to be on a Saskatchewan wintry day than in historic Convocation Hall? Maybe it's just because I'm old, but just the thought of being in this beautiful room warms up my soul. Convocation Hall opened in 1912, a couple of years before I was born, as a focal building of the new University of Saskatchewan, which opened in 1907. It was authentically restored for posterity through a far-sighted initiative led by Peter McKinnon, our 9th president. It's the ideal location for the white coat ceremony, which is, in its own unique, quaint way, historic. Personal accomplishment is rewarding, but sharing it with those closest to you is the ultimate. Every kid, when they do something of a worthwhile nature, the first thing they do is look for their parents. I would be remiss if I didn't give out a shout to a pair of outstanding alumni, Michael Lipka and Carmen Rebuka, who, in spite of their very busy lives and commitments, didn't hesitate for a second to accept our invitation to participate today. It doesn't seem that long ago that I introduced Michael as the youngest ever winner of the College of Dentistry gold medal in 2000. You were 22? To say that he has thrived since would be the understatement of the day. Julie and his mom and dad are here somewhere. Okay, don't say hi. Carmen practices with his colleagues at Five Corners in one of the busiest and most progressive practices in Saskatoon. His wife, Esther, played piano today as a veterinarian and runs the show. These two and their families are inspirations to our students and to generations of alumni. Sincere thanks to you both. The white coat ceremony has quietly become more than the sum of its parts. As with any rite of passage, it will become more meaningful to the participants with each passing year. The gifting of the coats recognize another noteworthy accomplishment in their already accomplished time on earth. The gifting will be followed by a reaffirmation of the highest standards of ethical behavior and the recitation of the College Code of Professional Conduct. Ethics is a cornerstone of a self-governing profession. It's not just about how you behave when you're in the spotlight, but how you behave when there's no one watching. With the prevalence of information technology, the internet, and social media, the expectation of privacy has become almost obsolete. Even the apps on our devices are mining information about us every minute of every day as we speak. Turn some of them off. Just as an embarrassing photo or tweet can go viral and become consequential, a breach of ethics can reverberate throughout a lifetime. Ethics is a way of life, the archway through which all behaviors must pass to be deemed professional. Or as Tennyson put it, We must be strong in human will to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. While we know there's much more to be accomplished in these gifted students' futures, this afternoon we celebrate their accomplishment to date. At last year's White Coat, I mentioned the research of Dr. Amy Cuddy from Harvard Business School, which demonstrated that adopting body postures associated with superheroes, aka power posing, can increase testosterone output, decrease cortisone levels, and increase appetite for risk, and improve performance in job reviews. And apparently in public speaking. It actually works, but I only do it just to get a laugh. This year I want to mention the 21,000-mile epic journey of Paul Salopek, a renowned National Geographic reporter, who in a decade-long walk, 10-year walk, that looks now like it may be 11, is retracing the steps of our ancestors while covering the major stories of today. From climate change to technological innovation, from mass migration to cultural survival, giving voice to people who inhabit it every day. His words and pictures will create a global record of human life from the beginning of this new millennium, as told by real people who rarely make the news. Paul is convinced that if we slow down and observe, we can rediscover the world. In 2013, January, he started in Ethiopia, following the pathways of the first humans who migrated out of Africa into the Stone Age. He reached the Holy Lands of the Middle East by March of 2016, then through the Silk Roads to the Caspian Sea, and then to Uzbekistan this past April. You can check out his route and his writings on the National Geographic site. Now more than 3 years in, he says, walking is falling forward. Each step we take is an arrested plunge, a collapse forward, a disaster braked. In this way, to walk becomes an act of faith. I mention this journey today not only because it's epic and compelling, but because Type A individuals in this room, including the class of 2019, seldom take the time to recognize their own accomplishments. It's a very good idea to slow down, at least occasionally, to reflect on who we are and where we are going in this journey called life. As Emerson said, life is a journey, not a destination. And I, for one, thank God for that. I haven't reached many destinations. You will never regret being kind. You will never regret doing the right thing. And you never will regret helping someone else. So call your mom. Kiss your child. Be nice to your in-laws. Share random acts of kindness. Show tolerance towards the dental faculty. So the in-laws was okay, dental faculty too much. Anyway, if we don't pause to acknowledge how far we've come, if we don't act ethically and compassionately along the way, what is the point? Just as there are thousands of miles ahead in Salopek's journey, so too are there thousands of miles to experience in the individual odysseys of the class of 2019 and their loved ones. Speaking of walking, would the first group of Year 2 and Year 4 students gather here to their right, my left? Our tradition is to have senior students assist with the sophomore class in the cloaking ceremony. In so doing, they welcome them just as they were welcomed 2 years ago and reinforce the importance of this tradition to all students and to the college. When you're ready, please come forward, introduce yourself, say the name of your hometown, and introduce your cloaker.
Hello, my name is Lindsay Aspen. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I would like to introduce my cloaker, Stephen Arcand.
Hi, Sorry, I'm sick. I'm Ajacia Baker from Indian Head, Saskatchewan, and I would like to introduce my cloaker, Kayla Cardiff.
Hi, my name is Christopher Birch. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Christina Chiesa.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Dollywall. I'm from Kamloops, BC, and I would like to introduce my cloaker, Khalil Delawarli.
Hi, my name is Cassie Garrison. I'm from Kindersley, Saskatchewan, and I would like to introduce my cloaker, Andrew Doig.
Hi, my name is Kristen Kezar, and I'm from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. I would like to introduce my fourth-year cloaker, Savannah Drager.
Hi, my name is Susanna Kim, and I'm from Mississauga, Ontario. I would like to introduce my cloaker, Jordan Ans.
Hi, my name is Danica Kirkpatrick. I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Davis Gunther.
Hi, I'm Jessie Kirkpatrick. I'm from Swift Current, Saskatchewan. I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Trislyn Herrick.
I wanted to mention Danica. She gave up a career in professional race driving to become a dentist. I've been waiting for a chance to say that. Okay, let's don the coats.
Hello, my name is Sabrina Lamont from Mississauga, Ontario, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Marina Jones.
Hi, I'm Christy McPherson from Saskatoon, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Grace Kang.
Hi, my name is Zara Movahedzadeh, and I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Jason Kopensky.
Hi, my name is Tanashi Muchangwa. I'm from Saskatoon, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Brittany McDougall.
Hi, my name is Gladys Newlove Hyde. My Cree name is Bamastamuki Sikusko. I am from Thunderchild, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Troy Minch.
Hi, I'm Rihanna Olson. I'm from Deloraine, Manitoba, and I'd like to introduce you to my cloaker, Sarah Rayner.
My name is Josh Ray from Melfort, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Brendan Reno.
Hi, my name is Catherine Schulte. I was born and raised in Regina, Saskatchewan, and my cloaker today is Daniel Saloom.
Hi, I'm Amanda Sherman. I was born and raised in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Brett Spenrath.
A handsome group of individuals. Let's do the cloaking. Shake hands and come out fighting.
Hello, my name is Whitney Lynn Sparrow. I was born and raised in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my fourth-year cloaker, Radu Stefaruk.
Hi, I'm Mary Tate. I'm from Nakoma, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my fourth-year cloaker, Jeremy Swangenson.
Hi, my name is Jenny Tebb. I'm from Regina, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Loren Tarasoff.
Hello, my name is Dale Thompson. I'm from Penn, Saskatchewan, and my cloaker today is Ashley Toporowski.
Hi, my name is Ken Tomchuk. I'm from Martinsville, Saskatchewan, and I would like to introduce my fourth-year cloaker, Eric Totosi.
Hi, my name is Eduardo Tovar. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker today, Brock Wild.
Hello, my name is Christopher Vanderbush. I'm from Martinsville, Saskatchewan, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Jesse Zorkin.
Hi, I'm Jason Wong. I'm from Calgary, Alberta, and I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Stephen Arkand.
Hello, I'm Trevor Zlatnik. I'm from Lorburn, Saskatchewan. I'd like to introduce my cloaker, Kayla Cardiff.
For some strange reason, I feel compelled to draw attention to Ken. Do the cloaking, please. Shake hands and be nice. Our sincere thanks to Dr. Anholt and Dr. Presti for their participation today. Please resume your seats in the audience or get off the stage, whichever comes first. The class of 2019 will move to the front of the stage now, and we'll kind of get lined up so we can hopefully see everybody. See everybody? We will now repeat the Code of Professional Conduct in unison following my prompts. I will uphold both the spirit and letter of this code. Just read, just read. I will uphold both the spirit and letter of this code. As a member of the dental community, I will practice personal and academic integrity. I will respect the rights and dignity of patients, students, faculty, support staff, and treat all persons with honesty, respect, fairness, and compassion.
I will respect the rights and dignity of patients, students, faculty, and support staff, and treat all persons with honesty, respect, fairness, and compassion.
I will not make disparaging remarks about students, faculty, support staff, or their work.
I will not make disparaging remarks about students, faculty, or support staff, or their work.
I will place the well-being of patients ahead of personal advancement. I will set patient care as the highest priority in the clinical setting.
I will set patient care as the highest priority in the clinical setting.
I will maintain patient confidentiality and will limit discussions of patients to appropriate settings.
I will maintain patient confidentiality and will limit discussions of patients to appropriate settings.
I will maintain high standards of ethical behavior and conduct myself in a manner befitting my profession at all times.
I will maintain high standards of ethical behavior and conduct myself in a manner befitting my profession at all times.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Please acknowledge the class of 2019. Head that way. While the class is settling into their seats, I'd like to say a special thank you to Kelly Mulligan, our Director of Academic and Student Affairs, who organized and planned every detail of today's ceremony from the brochure to the seating plan. This year, she did most of it from her sick bed, which she just got out of today, arrived here at 11 o'clock, got things underway, and has returned to that same sick bed. Please acknowledge Kelly Mulligan. Kelly requested me to thank Marissa, Melissa, and Christine, who are all here. There's Christine. The Year 1 student volunteers, the AV staff, who went above and beyond and prepared some music just in case. We had a little bit of a snafu with the string orchestra arriving on time, nobody's fault. And to acknowledge the College of Dental Surgeons for providing the white coats today. Thank you all for participating. Happy 2017, but before I sign off and Jerry closes the show, there's one more thing I'd like to say. As many of you know, today marks the 10th and final time Jerry Uswak will preside over the white coat ceremony. He is stepping down as dean effective June 30th. He doesn't like being recognized, so this will be short. As he said, like him. He said it. He's been a terrific administrative partner, leader, and supporter for me personally. He will continue to work diligently on behalf of the college as a faculty member in a variety of ways and means. Among his most admirable traits are a sense of humor, and even more, a sense of the ridiculous, which helps here at the University of Saskatchewan, and to recognize when he has erred, and then to do everything he can to address concerns. He will be recognized formally by the college at an event in the near future. Thank you, boss, for all you've done and all you will continue to do.
He stole my program. Thanks, Ken. I believe this is the end of the white coat ceremony. I invite everyone to join us at the faculty club or the university club just across the way for some refreshments. The solemn ceremonial part is over. Congratulations, go enjoy. I think we would like the class of 2019 to stay for a bit. I think there's photographs or you have to pay for the coats or something. I'm not quite sure. So we'll figure that out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for attending the white coat ceremony for the class of 2019. A big round of applause for them. Go. Go away.